Hello all, my name is Victoria Polgreen and I'm here to talk to you about initiatives and referendums. Let's get started. What is an initiative? An initiative is a legislative proposal that originates with the people. Initiatives is a reserved power in which citizens have the right to propose any law or amendment to the Constitution. There are two different types of initiatives, direct and indirect. Direct initiatives means if the petitions are approved and the signatures are valid, the proposal can be voted on. If it passes, it becomes a law. Indirect means if they are passed and they become a law without the need of popular vote. If they fail, they may need to be submitted directly to a vote by the public, who may then override the action of the legislator. What is referendum? Referendum is a measure submitted by the government to the people for their approval. Referendum is when citizens become voters and they have the ability to accept or reject laws that are proposed. There are two types of referenda, obligatory and optional. Under the obligatory type, a statute or constitution requires that certain classes of legislation action can be referred to by popular vote for their approval or rejection. Under the optional referendum, a popular vote on a law is passed by a legislature that is required to be petitioned by a specific number of voters. Let's explain how initiatives and referendums were created. Both initiatives and referendums were created in the early 19th century in Switzerland. Both initiatives and referendums were adopted in the United States under the leadership of groups hostile to machine politics or those that were simply convinced that governments were generally insensitive to the popular will. Initiatives and referendums were created to give citizens a sense of power over their rights and laws. Let's compare and contrast the two. For starters, initiatives and referendums both originated in Switzerland in the early 19th century. They both encourage citizen engagement and gives power to the people. Now let's look at some key differences. Initiatives means that citizens can propose laws to legislation. Initiative starts with direct citizen interaction, whereas referendums allow citizens to vote to propose or reject those laws that were proposed by initiatives. Referendum starts with the government, and then it is passed down to the citizens, whereas initiatives are solely based on the citizens. Let's discuss the pros and the cons of each. Some pros of both initiatives and referendums is that they give citizens a chance to actively participate in creating the laws that govern them. Some cons are that both of them can cause controversy. As though through initiatives, citizens can propose laws, they can also propose laws that may not be beneficial to the state and its people. As for referendums, they can also cause conflict between communities as everyone may have different outlooks on the proposed laws. Sometimes the approval or rejection of a law can cause controversy as everyone may not be in favor. Let's discuss how initiatives and referendums support the idea of direct democracy. Within the Arizona Constitution, it was created among direct democracy. It was written in a sense to give people power, to give them power of their voice, to allow them to actively engage in their laws and actively engage in their state. The progressive movement developed the idea of direct democracy. Progressives believed that some of the ills of the society can be controlled by the direct participation of citizens in the government affairs. They called for three measures: the initiative, the referendum, and the recall. Initiatives and referendums support the idea of direct democracy by giving power to the people. Citizens were given power and participating in lawmaking. By giving them this power, they were able to actively participate in the laws that govern them. This next slide just shows some references that I used and the information that I gathered. Thank you.